Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you may be watching or listening to me from. My name is Ayaosi, and this is the Naija FC Podcast on Eagle Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. This is a show where we bring you our raw, honest, unfiltered opinions on all the hottest and latest topics in the world of Nigerian football. And we have another packed show for you today. On today's show, we're going to be talking about quite a host of topics, from everything champions, relegations, promotions, Unity Cup, and so much more. I do not do this by myself. I have the pleasure of being joined once again by my reliable co-host, Smith Lai, welcome
Hello.
once again.
Yes, nice to be here again. Happy Monday to everyone. Yeah, nice to be here.
Yes. Nice to have you, Lai. Okay, the season is finally wrapping up. The season has wrapped up in most countries around the world. Before I do my weekend review, let me just ask you: now that the season is over, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I have to be honest too. I'm not really enjoying football that much again. I
Mm.
think it's like they're taking away the game from us. So I didn't feel anything on your team. I don't want to be hearing after the review. They go and I don't. At least we are relieved from that.
Mm.
So it's over. I'm looking forward for the World Cup. I'll be supporting Senegal at the World Cup, and also England, of course. At the World Cup, I have to support England now at the World Cup. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the World Cup.
Amazing. Okay, let me just quickly do a review of this past weekend's action. Not as much as usual, so this one should be fairly quick. Goalkeepers, we had Chibuike and Nyagboso making 9 saves for Chidinma in the Ukrainian Premier League. We had Maduka Okoye making 5 saves for Udinese. Unfortunately, they fell to a defeat against Napoli. Defenders, Chibuike and Nwaiwu with 2 interceptions, 9 goals, one for Trabzonspor. In the Turkish Cup final, Ajayi kept a clean sheet while making 1 successful tackle and 6 clearances for Hull City in the championship playoff finals. Igor Ogbu kept a clean sheet, made 1 tackles, won 3 goals for Slavia Praha. We had Calvin Bassey with a clean sheet, 2 tackles, and 3 clearances for Fulham FC in their final Premier League game of the season. In the midfield, Fisadele Bashiru was on target, a fine goal for SS Lazio, also created 2 chances in their win over Pisa. We had Bolo Akinyode with 2 tackles, 3 clearances made, 8 goals, one for London United in the USA. Alex Iwobi, man of the match performance with 3 dribbles completed, 3 chances created, and 4 goals, one for Fulham in their final Premier League game of the season. And then Wilfred Igor, 2 dribbles completed, 2 interceptions made, 6 goals, one for Christian Sund. And then for the forwards, Tolu Ojo with 1 assist for El Guna in Egypt. Mustafa Issa got an assist for Christian Sund. We had John Kolawole with 2 goals for Esbjerg. We had Kelechi Iheanacho with a goal for Celtic in the Scottish Cup final. Quadri Adediran with 1 goal for Altis Beno in the Czech Republic. John Okoye with 2 goals for Al Ittihad Alexandria in Egypt. Joseph Olokoede with 1 goal for Tukums 2000 in Latvia. We had Peter Kings with a goal for Karviná. Mubarak Suleiman scored 1 goal for Slavia Praha. Nico Payne was on target for Orlando Pride. And then Paul Onuachu wrapped up the season with 2 goals for Trabzonspor in the Turkish Cup final. Smilai, who impressed you the most this weekend? Not everybody was in action, but amongst those that were in action, who impressed you the most?
I think Paulo Noashu did well for Trabzonspor, and he capped it up with 2 goals and also the Turkish Cup. So I'm really actually impressed by Onuachu, but I'm looking for ways that I will be delivered from watching Turkish league. I don't want if I want to be delivered, maybe I'm going to go for prayer section because I just want our players to move from this Turkish league. If Osimhen is not there, at least our prayer is at 50%. So it's now choice if you want to go and watch, Polono Ashu, Chibuike Nwaiwu. No, not much to say, IoT, about Nigerian players this weekend. But, you know, I was happy with Kevin Bassey's performance against Newcastle. Was impressed with him against Newcastle. But IoT, this is a season to forget slightly for Nigerian players.
I mean, the perspective. I will also say shout out to Paul Onuachu for his, 2 goals, winning the title. I posted a video after we spoke about him last time about winning the top scorer in the league despite having a slow end to the season, and he bounced back in the final when his team needed him the most. He scored 2 goals, and I mean a fantastic one to win a trophy. and it was just a nice moment for him and for the club. Chibuike Nwaiwu seems to also have a good mojo around him. One trophy with Wolfsberger AC, the cup, before moving to Trabzonspor, and also in his first season for Trabzonspor, winning the cup there. Maybe they'll be going for the league title next season after they fumbled it, or fumbled their challenge towards the end of this season. So congratulations to Paul Onuachu for that one. Let's just highlight some
Well,
certain.
sorry, IoT.
Yeah.
Do you think that, be honest though, that Trabzonspor have a realistic chance of winning the Turkish league? Or are you just joking?
I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Okay,
This
okay.
season they were close until they fumbled towards the end. So who knows?
See,
Maybe next season, if they
IoT,
sign one or two good players, Galatasaray sell one or two of their best players, maybe.
it's like somebody driving on a flat tire. You will know the car will stop. See, when I saw them winning, I know they gas out. So
Hmm.
the team
If
probably
Onuachu did
needs.
not get injured, maybe they could have even done better.
Yeah, but if we say, I say if what about if Osimhen not get injured when Osimhen got injured too? So if we say if we not leave this place.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Let me see. Quick comment here from Environment. It says Bassi and Iwobi impressed me the most. Fulham really wrapped up well. Iwobi was just everywhere, including Bassi. Yes. A fantastic man of the match performance for Alex Iwobi for sure. I want to just highlight some certain players that also put in quality displays. I want to give a shout out to Nicole Payne. Nicole Payne, the Super Falcons defender slash midfielder slash forward. She scored her first goal for Orlando Pride in the NWSL in the USA. Of course, we know that Nicole Payne missed about over a year of action with an ACL injury. She got signed by Orlando Pride, and in her first start for the club, she was able to score her first goal for the club as well. And it was quite a decent goal, from distance. I have the goal here. So yes, that was Nicole Payne's goal. You can probably say the goalkeeper could have done better with that one. Placement, not power, but still for her to score her first goal for the club, especially after being out for such a long time, it was something that I was very delighted for her. You could see the emotion on her face. You could see the players were happy for her. The club, they've posted about it numerous times. They were very excited for her. And it also turned out to be the winner because they ended up winning that game 1-0. So it was a very important goal for them as well. And I know personally because she even sent me a DM. She was very happy after the game. So yes, shout out to Nicole Payne. I hope she's doing very well, and congratulations on that goal. Okay, Bismillah, anything to say about Nicole Payne?
No,
First goal.
just surprised that she could play defense, midfield, or forward.
Mm,
That's just so versatile. Our sisters who can also play as a right back sometimes. In the midfield or as a right winger. Kudos to her. I'm really actually happy. I watched her during the Olympic Games, and I sat beside her wing. Very
mm.
intelligent. Very intelligent. Oh my, I enjoyed watching her. Very intelligent. Her movement and everything, very intelligent. And she's so serious. When she's playing, she's so serious. Oh my days. I just hope that the selectors in Nigeria
Mm.
we find out what it's for AFCON call up.
Mm. Let's see. Now that she's back fit again, let's see if she can win her place. Okay. Following up on that one, Fisayo Dele Bashiru was also on target with a very, very fine goal for Lazio to wrap up the season. It has been a mixed bag season for Fisayo Dele Bashiru personally and also for his club Lazio. They got to the final of the Coppa Italia. They lost against Inter Milan. Expected them to lose, to be fair, but overall not their best season. Fisari Bashi was also in and out of the side, so not personally his best season. But the goal that he did score this weekend to end the season was a good one, and I happen to have that goal for you guys as well.
Belayan. Belayan iyi bir çalım geldi Belayan'dan. Ayak dışıyla pası. Dele Bashiru'yu döndü. Dele Bashiru. 1-1. Çok iyi döndü. Fisayo.
So you can see that goal. Received the ball on the back foot. Fantastic turn. He saw the defender lie flat on the ground for him, and then he placed it very well into the bottom corner. Fisadi Bashiru is a player that I've always been very big on. I've always thought that he has loads of talent. I've always thought that he's a fine football player. I was saying it in my preview for the international games. I think that Eric Shell just hasn't yet found the best way to use Fisadele Bashiru in his system. We've seen him play games coming from the right side, trying to play that Chukwueze role, that Derek Charles also used Chukwueze in, and it hasn't quite worked out too well for him. And I think that if they can find a way to figure his position out, then he'll be a really, really good player. But I thought that this goal was very fine. That's even why I'm risking copyrights just to show people the goal, because I thought it was a very beautiful goal and I wanted to share with all of you. But yes, what did you think about the goal that FDB scored?
I want you to answer the question yourself. Where do you think Dele Bashiru can play in Eric Schell's system?
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue. It's Eric Schell's system, and it's tough. It's tough.
Well, there's two systems now. The one that he used against Iran, the 4-3-3 system that only Akwa Adams on top, and the one that he used already in the AFCON. Where do you think Dele Bashiru can play
genuinely? It's hard. I think maybe you play him instead of an Onyeka in a box-to-box in a game that you think that you can dominate the game more. Maybe that's where you play him.
Good defensively.
That's the issue. That's why I said in a game that you think that you can dominate more, so that his defensive responsibilities are not as much. I can't say he replaces Alex Iwobi because he can't quite dictate the play of the game and drive it in, with his passing. Iwobi does. So it's tough, man. It's tough, and I understand that systems make teams, and unfortunately for some players, that's why we've seen it. Even Pep Guardiola, as he's leaving Manchester City, they asked him if he had any regrets, and he said that one of his regrets is he didn't give Joe Hart a chance, because once he came to Man City, he just concluded that Joe Hart does not use his feet, and Joe Hart was not the goalkeeper for him. So certain managers, unfortunately, players might not fit their system, and they have to leave. It's tough, but I like FDB. I think he's a very good player, and I just want to see him do it.
Yeah, I also think he's a very good player, but so don't mention Guardiola here, because that thing, he had the chance to think about that Joe Hart. He said he went to Torino. He had the chance to think, so he should just forget about that. He should leave those ones. He's scared of the English press. Yes, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay. Let's just leave. So, but I'm talking about Dele Bashiru now. I just look at it that I don't know, honestly. I was thinking that the Lookman's role, but Lookman has mastered that role. The way Lookman drops, I was thinking about the Lookman's role. And the issue with him is that he drives more with the ball, not to split passes. He arrives late in the box.
Yeah.
He can play that Lookman role, but Lookman can be better than him.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to be a sub anyway.
Yeah, that's it. It can't be. I don't think he can play that Onyeka's role too. No. Onyeka do a lot of work to help Ola,
for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, congratulations to him for that goal. I thought it was a fine one. Okay, let's also talk about some players that have won trophies. We've spoken about this for like the past 3 weeks because people have been winning, but we have even more champions after this past weekend. I want to say congratulations to Chidinma Okeke, who won the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup with Club América. They defeated Gift Monday and Deborah Abiodun's Washington Spirits in the final. So it was a Super Falcons derby in that final match. Chidinma Okeke's Club América happened to win, which is very interesting because the Mexican league, you don't really think of it as a top women's league, but they beat a team from the NWSL, which is considered to be one of the top women's leagues in the world. So interesting dynamic there. That's like, I don't know, that's like a team from Portugal beating a team from England in the Champions League final or something like that. But yes, congratulations to Chidinma Okeke on that one. Also, big shout out to Babajide and Shukurat Oladipo winning the double as their team clinched the Women's Coppa Italia trophy. They defeated Juventus in the final. AS Roma women, 2 titles this season for our 2 Super Falcons players. And of course, Shukurat Oladipo was also named as the best defender of the season in the Italian Serie A Femminile. So, what do you think about that? Shukurat Oladipo, best defender in Italian Serie A.
Good. He's a player that I've watched for a long time. She didn't start as a defender. He started as a defensive midfielder. A very, very tough tackler. And, I remember calling one of the Super Falcons player Auntie. In the Super Falcons, I don't want to mention the Super Falcons player. Very good player, and I'm really actually pleased. For that she didn't start. She wasn't the first team player initially. She was like coming on bench player, but now she's not the best manager. Just actually very good. I think our future. I think we have somebody now that can maybe probably replace Osnajoale, when she's done. So I'm happy for her. Best event. It's not a small feat. Though the league is not the best in the world, but I'm really, really happy for her, and I can see the videos too. They studied then. I think she taught some of her teammates dancing steps or so, and so I'm trying to teach. They couldn't even do any of those dance steps. I'm happy for her, and I think that she's one for the future. I didn't expect her to be ahead of Comfort for Laurentia.
Mm.
And I just, when I saw the two of them pair together during the Under 20 World Cup, I just realized that she's ahead of Comfort, and then I'm really, really assured that before.
Amazing. Shout out to Shukurat Oladipo. One for the future, man. I hope that she continues to develop. And selfishly, I hope that she leaves AS Roma and plays for a better team in a better league so that we can continue to see her develop and grow as a defender and as a footballer. But I'm very, very happy for them, the two of them winning the title, the double with AS Roma. Let's also talk and give a shout out to Emmanuel Ayaosi and Luzky Ezeh, winners of the Czech Cup with MFK Karviná. Of course, Emmanuel Ayaosi, a player that has attracted a lot of attention this season for his play, and Luzky Ezeh has also had a decent season, scoring 3 goals, getting 2 assists from a forward position. MFK Karviná have definitely had a season where they've punched above their weight, and for them to win the cup, a good feat for them by all indications. So very, very happy for them and for him. And yes, shout out to them for that one. Ayaosi has already made a move. He's going to be joining Slavia Prague on the 1st of July. So potentially watching him play in the UEFA Champions League next season, that could be a big one for sure. We also had Raphael Onyedika.
Can I just talk about Ayaosi?
Okay, go on.
It was another victim of bad system in Nigeria. The boy when the boy was playing in the local league, I think it was is it FC Rocket or so, one of the clubs in South. It was meant to be part of the national Under-20 team, doing so well in the NPFL, but unfortunately, it wasn't picked. And because it wasn't picked, he had to find his way to Czech Republic. Now look at how long it took him to. He's going to be playing in Slavia Prague, but I think probably if we have performed well in our underage, we'll have started from Slavia Prague, and continue his growth. He's another player of failed system. But I'm happy for him, If you have watched about 2 years ago, I made something about him that he's a player for the future, and I hope that it continues.
Amazing. Shout out to Emmanuel Ayaosi. I think he's a player that I might do a compilation video on, just to show some of his top moments this season. And if there's any other player that you guys would like to see a compilation video of their performances this season, their goals, some of their assists, some of their best dribbles, best moments, you can also leave it in the comments under this video, so that I can see it and I know what you guys actually want to see. But don't mention Osimhen, don't mention Onuachu, don't mention all the players that we have all seen all their goals and we've seen all the hype around them. I mean, like some of the not superstar top level performers, the bright prospects, the ones that had decent season that maybe the rest of the fans that are not as intentional about Nigerian football are aware of. So the likes of Ayaosi, those kinds of players, not Osimhen. I'm not going to take my time to do a comparison with Osimhen's goals. 1 million people in the world probably show you Osimhen's goals online if you're looking for. So yes, let me know if you have any players like that you want to see how they performed, their videos and top moments from this season. Okay. Shout out to Emmanuel Ayaosi. Shout out. Somebody said convention of Tola Kodare, please. You people are very wicked people on this show.
That's troublemaker.
Very wicked sometimes. Okay. Shout out to Raphael Onyedika, winner of the Belgian Jupiler Pro League with Club Brugge, his second league title with Club Brugge. I think the time is here. The time has come for him to pack his bags and make a move and go play for a bigger team. Of course, Club Brugge has done very well for him, for his reputation, for his development, have given him a platform to show himself, a platform to play in the UEFA Champions League, to score UEFA Champions League goals, to play against one of the top teams in the world, the likes of Barcelona, the likes of Manchester City. But I think that the time has come for him to take his talents to a better team, probably still playing in the Champions League or maybe even the Europa League, but of course, week in, week out, playing against higher level competition so that he can continue to develop as a midfielder and as a player. He's not getting any younger, even though he's still quite a young midfielder. But yes, let me not use that to take away anything that was achieved this season. He won the league title with Club Brugge. Massive congratulations to him. I'm happy for the season that he had, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what he can do for Nigeria and, of course, for whatever club he plays for next season. Smith, like, any thoughts on Raphael Onyedika winning the Belgian Jupiler Pro League?
Yeah, it's not new. They probably the best team in Belgium, and Belgium is a farmers league. It's only two teams actually was competing for the league title in there. It's been there for so many years. How many years now? Is it 4 years now? It's been in the Belgian Pro League for around 4 years. So we didn't expect him to be there up till this moment. The team that wanted to sign him last summer just got relegated this evening to the German Bundesliga too. So I'm talking about Wolfsburg. So for me, a move to the Premier League should be on the cards for him. But is it? It's just, I don't know exactly what to say about him.
What if he joins like a Sunderland? I mean, Granit Xhaka, you can replace Granit Xhaka. Sunderland are playing in the Europa League next season, thanks to my useless Chelsea. They are playing in the Europa League next season. So, I mean, that can be a good move for him because realistically, he's not going to join like a top 4, 5, 6 Premier League club, but he can join a Sunderland, that kind of club. What do you think?
So, what about if you join Ipswich?
Ipswich?
Yeah.
To do what?
So, it's not just for me. Do you think he can play for Nottingham Forest?
Yeah. Who are their midfielders in Nottingham Forest?
Anderson.
Elliot Anderson and Gibbs White is their. No, Gibbs White is attacking midfielder. They're not fighting for the same spot. We're talking about CM.
What about this guy? The guy from Douglas. Is it Douglas Luiz?
Douglas Luiz is a good player, but hasn't lived up to it.
Okay,
let me see. Nottingham Forest.
Sangare.
Or Sangare, Ibrahim Sangare. I think we can probably play ahead of Sangare.
Eh?
We can probably play ahead of Sangare.
I think Sangare got a lot to his game to offer that Onyedika. I
really respect ahead of Sangare. I don't know. But I mean, I'm just looking.
If you check it very well at your team from head to toe, and you have to be realistic to be strict. If you want to start picking clubs for him, go get to Coventry before you start seeing spaces for him.
As Sunderland, come on now, Sunderland.
Do you think that he can bench Noah Sadiki?
I said Xhaka. He replaced Xhaka.
If Xhaka is not going,
then he can just go and understudy. Xhaka does not have more than one.
Understudy at this age.
Xhaka does not have more than 1 or 2 years. Xhaka will get injured at some point. Xhaka will get injured at some point.
He should be in the peak of his power now. So if
how old is Onyedika?
Onyedika 26.
Is 25.
He's 25 years old to go and understudy.
If he goes to Sunderland, Xhaka will get injured at some point. In Sunderland, I guarantee
what if not?
Whether or not he cannot play 90 minutes every game, I guarantee that if he plays for Sunderland, he will still play at least 30 games in the season, playing for Sunderland. At least 30 games in the season that he will play. And he will play Europa League, so he'll probably play more. Or he can play for Brighton, replace James Milner. James Milner is a 40-year-old man. How long does
it's always taken over a first team of any Premier League soon?
Does he want to Abba? He can play first team Premier League.
Nobody is talking about Bournemouth. Can you?
Bournemouth, the issue is that Bournemouth, I don't think when I look at Bournemouth, because I was thinking about Bournemouth as well because they are in Europe, but see the chemistry that they have, Tyler Adams and Alex Scott. I don't think that he will get into that team. I don't think so. So I will probably just leave Bournemouth out of it. But I think a Sunderland, a Brighton, a Brentford maybe. I think he can get into those teams. Jordan Henderson is an old man now, maybe. If he goes there, he replaces a Jordan Henderson. Even though Henderson is going to the World Cup. Yeah, that's what I see. Or Leeds. You can go to Leeds.
Leeds?
Yeah, he can go to Leeds. You know,
This will fight again.
he replace Itanampadu, even though he's their captain. But I think Onyedika can probably be the
That level is what Onyeka is.
Leeds. I mean, Leeds. They only finished 5 points behind Chelsea. So
Yeah, Chelsea is like sabbatical. That's temporary history for Chelsea. For me, I just see that he said that that's where we are not talking about Atletico Madrid for him. I'm not talking about the.
No, he can play. I mean, he can play. See, that Premier League is different. For example, if he goes to Spain, he can go to like a Villarreal in Champions League. If he goes to like a Spain, he can play for a Villarreal. If he goes to let's say Italy, he can play for Roma. He can play for Como. Como are in the Champions League.
If we want to play for Como, if Fabregas leave Como, that's the end of Como again. That's the end for Como. Como is not. It needs a home, like a proper home.
Okay, so maybe not Como. Roma.
Even AC Milan is not home now. The roof is leaking.
The roof is leaking in AC Milan, but AC Milan is a legacy club. So you can still expect...
AC Milan is a team that been building for 12 years. They will sell as they sell.
He can go to a Marseille. They are playing Europa League, but Marseille is a good team.
And go and compete with Unadi.
With Unadi. Well, competition is good. You know, competition is nothing wrong with competition. Healthy competition. You know, you can go to a Marseille. I think he will do well in Marseille.
Why did they buy Unadi and they didn't buy him?
Young. Unadi is young. Unadi is for the future.
Because they didn't buy him then, why would they now buy him now?
I mean, because now they need the help. And plus, they are thinking they might sell Unadi itself because they are trying to reshuffle and understand what's going on in their club. You know, they are reshuffling, so anything can happen.
Not this starting now. No.
And by the way, just random, but the Marseille coach is a Senegalese man, which is quite very nice, man.
Is he not there for the temporary basis?
Whether he's there for temporary or not, I mean, he was coaching Rennes before he went to, so he's a Ligue 1 coach.
I think he's deliberately starting Nadi, honestly.
Yeah, I think they are playing Nadi to shop him for the rest of this. That's why, like, with all due respect to Nadi, because he was not playing, and I think towards the last 4 or 5 matches of the season, they started. I think they just want to show people that he's good so that they can sell him. Because even from what I was seeing about like comments from like Marseille fans online, they're like, yeah, he's a good player, but they think that the way the club is going right now is better for him to leave because they don't. You know, it's almost like maybe like an Enzo Fernandez right now, like. Chelsea, Fernandez is a good player, but the way Chelsea is going, he might as well go for his own good. If like a Real Madrid come for him, you can't tell him to stay in Chelsea and not pursue like a move to Real Madrid. So I think that Marseille fans are like, if Nadi has an opportunity that he should leave because Marseille is not serious right now. It's only because they are in France. If they were in a better league, they will not even be qualifying for Europe because Marseille, they are not the ownership and everything. They are not very serious. But let's see what happens with Raphael Onyedika. Like I'm a fan of his, I've said the story many times about how Onyedika and I first started interacting with each other when he was still at Midland, and now he has come this far, and I hope that he continues to grow. But this is crunch time. This is time for him to make his big move. He's 25 years old. He needs a big move now for his career, for his reputation, and also for his bank account. This is the time where he can go and get a big contract somewhere that can guarantee him money that he will use to feed his children's children.
Yes.
So yeah, shout out to Onyedika, Belgian Pro League winner with Club Brugge. Okay, also let's shout out
about the other player there. You mentioned him.
Rinsoola. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot about him. Rinsoola is more of a Club NXT, which is their under 23 team. He's more of a Club NXT player than their first team. He only played 1 game in the league this season, so technically is he a champion? I don't know the rules in Belgium, but he only played one game for the first team. No, he played 15 minutes. Only 1 game for the first team, but he played 21 games for the under 23 team. So he's more of an under 23 player than a first team player. So I'm not even sure he gets a medal. So I can't really count him, but obviously he's a young guy. He's 20 years old, still one for the future. So let's see how that goes for Rinsoola. Okay, shout out to already kind of talked about them, but Paul Onuachu, Chibuike, Nwaiwu, and Anthony Nwaiwu. They are Turkish Cup champions with Trabzonspor. Of course, we always like to see Nigerians winning, and when 3 Nigerians win at the same time, it is a very, very good thing, and it's something that we're excited about. Onuachu winning his first trophy in Turkey, and then Onuachu, of course, leading his team to a title. And then Nwaiwu leaving Trabzonspor with a title to his name. Nwaiwu, of course, is a hero in that country. I'm trying to find his Trabzonspor stats. I believe my content creator had sent this to me before. Yes, 193 games for Trabzonspor, 50 goals, 48 assists, 1 Turkish league title, 2 Turkish cup titles, 1 Turkish Super Cup title. Fantastic one for Anthony Nwaiwu as he's living.
How old is he?
Legend. Nwaiwu now, I'm like 33 or so. Let me check. Nwaiwu is not a young man anymore in football. 37. Sorry, 37. 37, yeah. And they love him at Trabzonspor.
You know what you say? That guy has been talking for 75 years.
They love him at Trabzonspor. You know, he left. He went to
have his passport now in Turkey.
He's a smart man. You know, he played for Trabzonspor for 4 seasons. He left. He went to Saudi to go and put some, put some money in his bank account. And then he came back, and won trophy again with them. And yeah, he's 47. I'll be 37 years old. Sorry, not 47. 37 years old. He's been there, done that. He's done everything. And he's still
37.
Yeah.
Ayaosi.
How old is Messi? How old is Ronaldo? How old is Messi? How old is Ronaldo?
Don't go to that area. Let's just leave him the way. I think it should be having this. I think they're offering him a new role in Trabzonspor.
Oh, really?
I think they're trying to offer him like a new role, like
as part of their staff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I think it deserves that. I think he should be having his passport too.
Yeah. And Anthony Nwaiwu is one of those players that just keeps quiet, does his thing, like I'm in contact with his brother Dixon, and he always that Tony does not like to talk, he just wants to play his football, just do his thing. If they see him, they see him, they don't see him, they don't see him. Of course, got his chance in the Super Eagles a while ago, didn't quite do well, and they just abandoned him since then, and he just decided that, what, if Nigeria is not coming for him, let him just focus on his club career. He has made money for his family. He has had a fine run, like I understand that in the peak of his powers, yes, he played in Turkey, and people might look at it and say, but it's Turkey. No, I mean, the peak of his powers was in Turkey. He was there for 4 seasons, but he has also played in the UEFA Europa League. He has won league titles, he has won cups, he has played in the Asian Champions League as well. I think he has done.
I think when he was in Israel, it was that was when I can say that the boy is happy. When he was not in Israel, I think it was in Apple Becheva. I don't know, maybe
when he was in Israel, was he Maccabi? Let me confirm that. Beersheva, yes, it was in Beersheva.
Beersheva, yeah.
So he has done quite well for himself.
Like an senior man,
Not senior man, but he has done well for himself. He has done well for himself.
Senior man, no.
All right. Congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to Tony Nwaiwu on a fine career. You cannot say Israel was somebody said Israel was his peak. How can you say it was his peak when he did better after that? That does not really make sense to me now. Look at his numbers after leaving Israel and going to Turkey. He did better numbers. He had a better time. He won trophies. He still played in the same Europa League. Maybe Israel was when you knew him and you were watching him closely. Does not mean that was his peak, because he did better after leaving Israel. So I wouldn't agree that was his peak. His best season was 21-22, 13 goals and 10 assists. That was his best season. So and that was in Trabzonspor, not in Israel.
But I won't lie to you. I think that time there was one boy called it was played in Norway called Adegberu. I don't know where
Samuel Adegberu. Yeah, I know him.
Yes. Around that time, Adegberu, Akintola, and this guy was doing very well in those leagues.
Yeah. All right. Let us move forward. Let's also talk about promotions. Let's talk about promotions. Ajayi promoted to the English Premier League with Hull City. um, and lest I forget, because you reminded me, another player that was promoted was Babajide David Akintola. I completely forgot that Babajide was in Hull City. Like, forgive me, because since we've been talking about this Hull City and their championship playoffs, we always only talk about Shemi Ajayi. Even on English Tracker, when we did our graphic, we really did Shemi Ajayi on the graphic. I completely forgot. It was only until I saw his picture that he posted of himself with the trophy, and I said, it's true. This guy joined Hull City. I think it was injuries that affected him, that made him not play for the second half of the season. But Babajide David, also part of Hull City. So two Nigerian players promoted to the English Premier League with Hull City, but most especially Shemi Ajayi, who is a Super Eagles player. So, like, thoughts on that one, man? Narrow late victory in the championship playoff final. What do you think?
I won't lie to you too. I did not recognize. I didn't know that it was part of Hull City until I saw him with Shemi Ajayi, Nigerian flag and everything, posting the trophy. So happy for David. No, the guy. You can't have his talent. You can never have his talent. I think it was in Turkey before. He can't have his talent, but I think he might probably be a victim of the promotion. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you think they'll let him go?
So for me, I think so. So I'm happy for him. Also happy for the Shemi Ajayi. He's starting the final. Second opportunity for Shemi Ajayi to play the Premier League in his career. He was part of West Brom's that played the Premier League. And if based on my early prediction for next season, they will get more points than Wolves. But
is that the bar?
Yeah, because I can see the way the owner was talking after the game, saying that they were waiting for Las Palmas to get relegated to go and buy McBurney, and these people are not serious. So I knew that they are just going to collect that money for and go and spend it. I think they're probably going to go there. The team is not good enough to compete. That the last 20 minutes of that game, championship, they got into playoff. It was Wrexham that was there.
Yeah.
Wrexham considered immediately after they scored.
Yeah.
Then Ross City got into it. So when they got as well. No, you didn't believe Ross City we be in this one.
I didn't. Honestly, they shocked me.
Were horrible.
They were not the best of the four teams. But football, that's the way football can be. Millwall outplayed them. Millwall outplayed them in the first leg, played them in the second leg, but they beat Millwall. Middlesbrough that got free entry to the final after Southampton were cheating. So Middlesbrough got free entry to the final, and Hull City managed to beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to be the best. Look, when Chelsea won Champions League in 2012, Chelsea were not the best, but they won the trophy. So
they won it.
It can be like that sometimes. But congratulations to our Nigerian players, man. Looking forward to seeing Shemi Ajayi. I think that Hull City will keep Shemi Ajayi, even if they let go of David Akintola. I think they will keep Shemi Ajayi, And of course, the more we can see Nigerian players in the top leagues in the world, the better. Some people like Olu, my friend of Nigeria Football Weekly, he is even very, very harsh. Even championship, he does not like to talk about championship because he doesn't think that Nigerian players should be playing in those kind of divisions. But me, I still give them some grace, and I just wish them all the best. But yes, shout out to those players. Let me just quickly do a roundup of the different leagues. I'm going to look at the top leagues across Europe, the ones that wrapped up this season, this past weekend, and just highlights how our Nigerian players' teams have performed. Of course, the English Premier League wrapped up. Unfortunately for me, fortunately for some people, Arsenal won the Premier League. Hooray to them. Yay, Arsenal Premier League champions. We had Sunderland, Abdullahi's team, finishing 7th in the league, qualifying for the Europa League. A big feat for them. Only got promoted last year, and now they are going to be playing in Europe. Fantastic one. Onyeka's Brentford, even though he's not been there for the second half of the season, they finished 9th in the league. Iwobi, Chukwueze, and Calvin Bassey's Fulham finished 11th in the league. They missed out on Europe by 1 point, which I felt like it's just unfortunate for them because they had a poor last 4 matches of the season. If they had gotten better, if they beat Wolves, for example, they would have been in the Conference League at least. So that one is on them. But Chukwueze did not play the final game of the season, but yeah, they finished 11th. Chrisantos Uche's Crystal Palace finished 15th. 15th in the Premier League. Of course, those ones they are focusing on their Conference League final that is coming up. Hope that they can win. I wonder if they will give Uche a medal if they win that one, even though he was not registered for the second part of the season. But let's see. And then we have Awoni and Olayinos, Nottingham Forest, avoiding relegation yet again and finishing 16th in the English Premier League. Congratulations to them. They survived. But yes, Olayino has been out with injury for a while. Awoni, I'm hoping that next season he can get more playing time. He seems like maybe his fitness is under control now. So let's see how that one goes. Tottenham Hotspur, they survived. Depends on how you look at it. I was praying that they will go down, but West Ham were just a little bit worse. I was praying that they will go down. I'm not a big. I don't really like Spurs.
How can you not like Spurs and not like Arsenal?
Well, I dislike the two of them.
How can't you pick the two of one of the best people there?
No. I don't wish Spurs. The thing with Spurs is that as a Chelsea fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, you know that you cannot like Spurs because Spurs like doing as if they are our mates. And there's something that I say, whether Chelsea is terrible, like the way we've been bad this season, we always beat Spurs, but they will still come and they will still be acting as if they have a chance. It's just Tottenham is one of those things that I know that no matter the states that Chelsea is in, no matter the season that we're having, we will beat Spurs. We just always beat them, and we beat them again. But unfortunately, they still survived. But yes, and then in 20th place in the league with only 20 points, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Tula Rokodare's team, going down to the championship. So we'll see what happens with Tula Rokodare. If he stays and plays in the championship, or if they cash in on him and he goes somewhere else with his talent. Let's also talk about the Spanish La Liga. Congratulations to Barcelona fans. We know that Nigeria, there's a lot of Barcelona fans. Most of them are former Arsenal fans, so maybe they've gone back to Arsenal. Who knows?
I was never an Arsenal fan.
But Barcelona, please. A lot of Barcelona fans are former Arsenal fans. Maybe now that Arsenal have won, some of them might have gone back to Arsenal.
No,
but yes,
I'm a retired Chelsea fan.
So yes, Barcelona, champions of Spain yet again. Congratulations to them. We had Ademola Lookman's Atletico Madrid finishing in fourth. They lost their last game of this season, 5-1 against Villarreal. Look, since Atletico, once they lost against Arsenal, they just say, anything that happened. They did not care again once they lost against Arsenal. Mm-hmm. They were focused on that Champions League and they couldn't do it. So they did not care anymore. Cristiano Sucre is going back to Getafe. Good thing is that Getafe qualified for the Conference League, or they will play in Conference League qualifiers. So maybe he will play in Europe next season, since Crystal Palace not let him really play this season. So congratulations to Getafe on qualifying for Europe. Valencia, Umar Sadiq's Valencia finished 9th in the league, with 49 points, which is quite incredible considering at some point we're talking about relegation, and they finished 9th in the league. So credits to Umar Sadiq and Valencia for that one. We have Sevilla. Chidera Ejike and Aquadam Sevilla finished 13th in the league, also avoiding relegation, only by 1 point, but they avoided relegation nonetheless. So congratulations to them for that one. And yeah, I think that's how our Nigerian players, no relegation for Nigerian players in the La Liga, which is good. We're happy to see that. That wasn't the case though in Italian Serie A. We'll get to the Italian Serie A. Of course, Inter Milan, champions of Italy, congratulations to them and everything that they did there. I already spoke about Como qualifying for the Champions League in 4th place, a very big achievement. Samuel Chukwueze will be returning to AC Milan probably, or maybe Fulham will sign him, we shall see. AC Milan finished 5th. They are playing in the UEFA Europa League next season. Lookman's former club.
Before you continue, sorry,
okay.
Let me ask you a question. If you are the owner of FUA and the checkbook is the money is in your pocket, will you retain Chukwueze?
How much is the money? That's the question.
Okay, if Chukwueze is 30 million pounds, will you retain Chukwueze?
20. I'll negotiate 20.
I said, if he's 30, so you cannot pay 30.
No, 30 is much. But for 2025, I'll keep Chukwueze. Chukwueze did better than their record signing, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
So
that should be the standard.
If I'm doing better than the record signing, I'm worthy of.
Is Chukwueze better than that boy that is going to train with England?
Which boy?
Josh King.
Josh King is 18 years old. Or 19. He's a young boy. No, is it not that? Is that what we are talking about now?
Mm-hmm.
Youth, you cannot. Youth is potential. Is that one? And Josh King is a striker.
Yeah. What about the one that is playing that play right with left with leg.
Who, Harry Wilson?
Yes.
No, Harry Wilson is a different level of baller. No, Harry Wilson is a different level of baller. And one thing that Harry Wilson has is he has output. He scores goals. He has output. But I think as a substitute option, I'll keep Chukwueze. 20 million, I'll keep him. 20 million. Players that are worse are getting signed for more than that.
So that means that from AC Milan, we'll see deliberating say if you say for him. That means that if we cannot you are still deliberating, say, okay, you know what, let's pay 20 million for him. What does that one tells you about him? About his season?
I mean, he had an okay season, not the best season, average season at best. But still, if he goes back to AC Milan, can he get into the AC Milan side? It will depend on if they let go of maybe they let go of Raphael Onyedika and they let go of some of their top players there. But I mean, I don't think AC Milan, they don't have space for him again in AC Milan. He should just stay in Fulham, or he should go to Villarreal and go and fight with Nicolas Pepe. But yes.
Okay.
Let's just continue with the Serie A. So we have Fisadele Bashiru's Lazio finishing in 9th place, and then Maduka Okoye's Udinese, Kingsley Hisbo is there as well, finishing in 10th place. We had David Okereke relegated with US Cremonese, finished 18th in the league. We had Gift Orban relegated with Hellas Verona, finished 19th, and then Rafael Onyedika and Ebenezer Akintomiro relegated with Pisa, finishing 20th. Of course, we know that Ebenezer Akintomiro is a loan player, so he'll be returning to Inter Milan, and then they will decide his future from there. I think that Inter Milan might actually just cash in on on Akintomiro rather this summer, but we'll wait and see what happens with him and his future. Okay, moving on to German Bundesliga, because we have Nigerian players there as well. Congratulations to Bayern, yet again, Bundesliga champions. We also had Sani Suleiman's RB Leipzig finishing 3rd. We had Hoffenheim, impressively, TSG Hoffenheim, Kevin Akoguma's team finished in 5th. Nathan Teller and Victor Boniface, it wasn't there this year, but Bayer Leverkusen finished in 6th, playing in the Europa League. We had in 9th place, Uchenna Ugundu's Augsburg. We had in 13th place, Philip Otele and Jonathan Renarihas, HSV, that's Hamburger, finishing in 13th. And then we had Felix Agu and Victor Boniface's Werder Bremen finishing in 15th. No Nigerian player relegated from the German Bundesliga. So we're happy about that one.
You mentioned as well. Man?
Yes, RB Leipzig in 3rd.
Okay, because they are traveling to Africa,
Yeah. And then for the French Ligue 1, congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain, champions of France, hopefully champions of Europe in a few days as well. Yes, finishing top of the league. Tojo Grenadis Marseille finishing 5th. They'll be playing in the Europa League next season. We had Moses Simons Paris FC finishing in 11th. A good achievement for them considering the fact that they just came up. So yes, congratulations to them for that one. Terra Murphy's OGC Nice finishing in 16th. I believe that they are going to be playing in the relegation playoffs against AS Saint-Etienne. So let's see what happens there. And then, of course, Murphy won the league with FC Porto, so he's not involved in their relegation battle. But FC Nantes, Chidozie Awaziem relegated with FC Nantes. So Awaziem is going to be interesting to see what move he makes in the summer. I don't think that at this stage of his career, he's going to want to play in the Ligue 2. So, yeah, we'll be interested in seeing what happens with Chidozie Awaziem in the summer. I'll also just highlight that, of course, Victor Osimhen won the league in Turkey. Igor Obu, David Moses, Murak Suleiman, and Samuel Shife, they won the league in the Czech Republic. And yeah, Nigerian players won the league in different countries across Europe and won different cups. So you can check it out. On our Instagram and our other social media, we'll do a graphic and we'll show the different Nigerian players that have won trophies this season. So if you want to have a full highlight of the different trophy winners, that content will come up on our social media pages. So make sure that you're following us on our Instagram and other platforms as well. Okay, quick comment here from Viral Momentum. It says, Kevin of Fulham is still raw. He has potential but can be better. Bobby and Chukwueze are quite on par. If Wilson moves, they might keep him. Yes, I agree. Kevin is still raw. I agree. Kevin is younger than Samuel Chukwueze. I agree 100%. I'm just saying that in general, I think Chukwueze has had a better season than the Kevin. Kevin is 23 years old, so he's not like an 18-year-old like a Josh King or anything like that. But I think that Chukwueze has done enough for Fulham to pay 20 million to keep him in London. And of course, he has brought the vibes to the locker room, and they like him there, they like him there. And I'm sure Chukwueze too is enjoying London life. Chukwueze, I mean, he was living in Milan. Milan is not a bad city at all, to be fair. And now living in London. Yeah. Fantastic one, man. I'm happy for him. I don't know what is Villarreal is in which city? Is the city called what's the city called where Villarreal is? I'm not sure. Let me see. What's Villarreal is in what city? I don't know if the city is called Villarreal. So it is in the province of Castellón within the Valencia. Okay, so Villarreal is in Valencia. Villarreal is in Valencia. I've never been to Valencia. I don't know what it's like. But Spain is generally a nice country. But yeah, from there to Milan. Milan is a nice city, and then to London. I've been to London. London is a beautiful city as well. Just a lot of pickpockets, but other than that, London. But pickpocketing is the standard in Europe. You people in Europe, you love dipping your hands into other people's pockets. But yes, shout out to the Nigerian players, man. Shout out to them. Okay, let's go to the home front very, very quickly, Smith. Rangers International of Enugu, winners of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Congratulations to Amo Biezaku. Congratulations to our Super Eagles assistant coach. And congratulations to all the players of Rangers International. Smilai, we predicted this one. We did call it that Rangers would win the league at the end of the day, and they won the league by 1 point ahead of Rivers United. What are your thoughts on the NPFL champions?
Yeah, I pick against the Rangers. I'm not a Rangers hater, so because I'm happy that they won a transitional team, and I'm happy that Amobi is doing it. Second time in how many years in a decade. So happy for him. Happy for Fidelis Lechico, and happy for the governor to Pitamba. It's okay, for the financial support. They did it the hard way, actually. I thought that Rivers United would probably win the title, but when they went to Bayelsa to go and beat Bayelsa United in Yenagoa, that was when I knew that now they can compete. And also too, Rivers responded with a very good victory at in Tafa Balewa Bauchi, when they won 3-2 against the Wiki Tories. So it now says to the last day. And one over Sabi fan went to go and tell the judge in this tape that Ikorodu beat Rangers. Everybody entered the stadium in the River State, say, hey, we are champions until they got the official result. I don't know why you cannot check your phone to
I saw that.
Just to prank them. But I'm happy for Rangers. This is about competing Africa now. Peter Mba, if he's listening to me, please fix Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu. Fix the pitch so that the Enugu fans see, for Rangers to qualify for the group stage of the CAF Champions League, Peter Mba at National Enugu Stadium, Enugu is the government under Tinubu handed over to Enugu State. So Enugu is now the property of Enugu State. They can renovate it. I'm appealing to the governor. If Rangers go and play in Udo again, Rangers will not qualify for the group stage of the CAF Champions League. They need to start repairing that Enugu Stadium. I'm begging the authorities there too. They need to actually do that. So happy for them, but this is not the job. Job is not done. They need to actually make sure that they actually renovate the stadium so that they can actually host CAF Champions League games.
All right, and then let us move to the bottom of the table. Of course, with the highs also come lows. Remo Stars, the defending champions, unfortunately have been relegated from the NPFL along with El Kaneme Warriors, Bayelsa United, and Wiki Tourists. But I want us to focus on Remo Stars because they won the league last year. Everybody praised the work that they were doing, praised the effort of the team, and then this year they are going to be dropping down to the NNL. I mean, like, how disappointing or not is it that Remo Stars have been relegated from the NPFL?
I'm sad. I'm sad. I was following the game. I was not even interested in the final of the final day game of the English Premier League. I was monitoring the NPFL game. They scored first against through Peter Mboma against Bender Insurance in Benin City, but they considered the 94th minute equalizer, and Bender is playing for nothing. She considered the 94th minute equalizer, and talking about the integrity of it too. After the game against Remo, that was when Kun Khalifa started their game. And Kun Khalifa and Remo, they're competing for, they're fighting for the last to survive. So Khalifa knew that, we have to just beat Wiki Tourist in Owerri and be sure of our stay in the Premier League. So I think the integrity of that is not good too. Because if Khalifa had played first and Remo played second, Remo would do everything to also win that game in Benin City.
Right.
So I just think that it's really actually unfair, but they are going to play the NNL, and I hope that they can come back directly. See, IoT, NPFL is not profitable. IoT, if you want to invest in NPFL, take your money, go to Lagoon, go and pour it there. That is it. If you cannot sacrifice pouring money on a Lagoon, you cannot invest in NPFL.
What if I say, like, now, Eagle Striker, let's say for next season we want to like be a sponsor of one of the NPFL clubs, maybe like have our branding on their jersey or have our branding on in their stadium or something. What is that? Is that a worthy cause?
So what is your return of this thing?
Visibility.
Visibility is good, but if you want to sponsor NPFL side, where you can be profitable is if you are a betting side, you put it on their share, or you are selling a gogoro, all those dry gin that so. But for me, I think that visibility is fine, but they're not making money out.
See, how much do you think it will be? Like now, if I say I want to be a sponsor for an NPFL club, how much do you think it will cost?
You can, if you pay them 20 million, they will.
Maybe not. It doesn't even have to be front of shirt. Front of shirt sponsor will be good, but let's even say just like one of their partners, or maybe on their sleeve, and in their stadium, and
Yeah. I think they might. If you talk to Ikorodu City boss, the Oga boys, if you give them 10 million, 50 million, they will put it there. I think so.
Okay,
I thought that's not bad, but we don't have a weekend now. I thought that's not bad pass, so they will take it from you.
Could be interesting.
I just think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because IoT.
But the thing is that for me, like, I'm just thinking of it abstractly. If I were to do a partnership with an NPFL club, I would have to design it in a way that I know that I'm getting benefit. Either even through social media, through match day content, those kinds of things. I would be strategic about it. It's not like I'll just give you money and just say, yeah, put me on your jersey. Because putting me on your jersey is one thing, but if you look at all the even like Premier League and all these other professional leagues, even the partner that they have on their jersey, they still do more to promote the partner. They do activations, they do all sorts of things to make it worthwhile and to really maximize the potential. But I just think it would be interesting.
Have a social media presence.
So it's part of what would what's it called now? Put as part of the partnership agreement. And if maybe the agreement would be okay for the course of the season. If it's 15 million, we're supposed to split it into 3 payments. Maybe let's say 3 payments of 5 million each. And if they don't meet certain quotas in terms of social media and everything, they will not pay them. Yeah, it's also something that will be agreed, so that they would need to put their own effort as well on their side and not just think that this person is just giving them money and that's about it,
And look at even the micro environment to IoT.
Amobi, exactly. If Amobi is watching, he should get in touch with me. Let's see how much it costs to sponsor the champions. They're going to.
They will travel to the CAF competitions too. So the English soccer is going to be there.
Yeah.
So and looking at even showing the game live, I searched everywhere IoT to watch Ikorodu against Rangers. I searched everywhere to watch Ikorodu against Rangers. It's not live. And I heard Ibrahim Gusso saying something that the clubs normally go and sneak and show those games live. He has stopped them. You stop them and the game is not live anywhere. You stop them, the game is not live anywhere. I wanted to watch Lemon Stars against Bender Insurance too. But the game is not live anywhere at your team. So you stop them and you are not showing it live. So it's another thing is this too. You know, if I'm watching Ikorodu City now and I say good striker here, I can know that a good striker, I'm watching Ikorodu City and I'm live here in the UK watching, but it's not on TV. It's just that.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, if you're not
that to watch the game, I went to that website, the African Sports Network that we registered. I didn't see it.
And the thing is, if you cannot provide a reliable way for clubs to have their games shown through a TV partner or a broadcast partner of the league, then you have to allow them to be able to create their own productions. And if anything, okay, you're allowed to stream it on your YouTube, but the league will collect X percentage of whatever revenue comes out of it. Then that's the least that you can do. But for games to just not be able to be seen, or we have to jump through 10 hoops in order to watch matches, it's incredibly bad. And I don't understand how people don't see that these things are dragging the league backward. But Similar, it doesn't surprise me because when Super Eagles are playing in Nigeria, we know how much of a struggle it is to watch even the national team. If it's not a FIFA match that FIFA will bring their own broadcast team, or a CAF match that CAF too will bring their own broadcast. If it's a friendly that Nigeria is responsible for the broadcast, we know they watch our match. Super Falcons is even worse. So if NFF cannot do that, now what are we expecting from the NPFL? It's a big shame, but we must and we can do better. There are local people, the likes of Elegbete, they do this broadcast. The likes of Victor Modo, they do this broadcast. The issue is that I know they will not want to pay them what they are worth. They will want to be feeding them scraps and expect them to send a whole team and come and do detailed broadcast. But for me, the way I even look at it, even if you cannot do a high quality broadcast, give us at least, even if not 3 camera angles where we get, even if the match is not in 4K, even if it's a 1080p match, it's better for the game to be broadcasted so that people can actually even watch than for there to just be a blank and nobody knows what's going on. It's just us trusting that everything that is going on is proper. It's a shame, I've heard of different Nigerian players and that's one of the big reasons why they go on trials abroad, because a club cannot want to scout you from the UK, or let's forget UK far. A club cannot want to scout you from Norway or from Sweden and actually watch your games. No, they can't. You tell them that you scored 15 goals this season. Let me see the 15 goals. You only have video of 5. So where are the other 10 that you scored? They just trust me, bro. That's why they will ask you to come and they will ask you to try out with them. Nigeria is a shame that our top players leave Nigeria and they still have to go and trial in lower European leagues. It's a shame.
And it's just so sad that the NPFL could be asking the clubs to submit this list of goal scorers. It should be on database. It should be everywhere. No.
Let me see. I'm even just checking now. So if you go to the let me see. I'm trying to go to the NPFL website. Let me see if it is up to date.
They have like 20 Facebook pages.
Okay. NPFL website. The first thing to notice is that the website loads extremely, extremely slowly. But let's even ignore that. See, it seems like they've updated with some of the latest things that happened. But on their homepage, you would think that one of the first things that you would see is the champions. They'll be talking about the people that just won the league. I'm going to share my screen for the purpose so that you guys can actually see what I'm saying. But when you go to the NPFL website's homepage, this is what you are met with. This is the homepage of the NPFL. Some people socks and free advert for Adidas. You would think Adidas is a partner of their league. At least on the positive side, they've updated the table here so you can see the updates on the table. But even in the latest news here, there is no news about Rangers winning the league title. You are seeing that somebody's congratulating the clubs, but nothing about the league title. NPFL partner is Star Times. Does Star Times still broadcast the league?
Yeah.
Does Star Times still broadcast the league? Because they have Star Times.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I think they withdrew from broadcasting
as partner. But I mean, they've updated. Have they updated? Okay, I see Sporting Lagos here, Shooting Stars. Remo Stars is still here though, so I don't know if they just never changed it since.
Since I think maybe they have not changed it since
Atlant
is there. Atlant is there. Atlant is there.
They've just not changed it.
Yes.
Some of the logos are not even loading. Let me see fixtures and results. I just want to see. It's not clicking. Okay.
August 2015.
August 2025. It's the latest result that I'm seeing here.
So 2025 last season.
No, beginning of this season, August. But the table is updated. So you have Rangers, Remo Stars, Table is
This
updated.
as basic as this IoT, it's not be a problem.
Yeah. Let me see their media. What do they have in their media? The videos don't have titles, so I'm not sure what I'm about to watch. Which is, again, at least I should be able to know what I'm clicking into before I click on the video. But for some reason, their videos are not titled. And the news, just quickly looking at the news. Yeah, nothing about, there's no article that even says Rangers International, win the NPFL. Oh, sorry. There's no, there should be a
champions.
Oh my God. Look, I don't know, man. We definitely can do better. We can do better. It just takes intentionality. Like something like this now. What does it cost to hire a company to manage your website?
Mm-hmm.
What does it cost to just say, okay, you know what? We're going to call Eagle Tracker. How much do you want to pay? We'll give you good rates. Your job is to manage the website, keep it updated, update with any content that needs to be updated, make sure that any media that needs to be there. That's all it takes. It's just intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all it takes. But they wouldn't do it. Let's not even start to think of the individual websites for the different clubs. But yes, Remo Stars going down, it's tough.
It's not profitable because the man said that they used to spend like around 400 million. So, and if you win the league, you get 200 million in return. So you're going to lose 200 million. So some clubs, if they play continental, they spend like 700 million. So, if you balance everything together, IoT there's nothing there. That means yeah.
Sorry, no. Finish your thoughts before I go.
No. It's just I'm not saying that it's not profitable. So why would the man even invest in the club?
Somebody said I should show English Premier League websites for comparison, but I think that English Premier League is a little bit too far for us. Mm-hmm. But this is what the Premier League website looks like right now. So obviously they are promoting goal of the season, talking about the league, the latest fixtures and the results. If you scroll down, you see their partners. Then, of course, because you have to talk about your champions, this is literally a whole section on their homepage. Arsenal crowned champions, because that's what you have to talk about. Breakdown of how they won the league, guard of honors, the Dowman becoming the youngest player, pictures, their trophy celebration. Like, of course, they're talking, like a whole section. Mohamed Salah, one of the league's best players ever, is leaving. They have a whole section that is farewell to Salah. Guardiola is also leaving. They have a whole section that is farewell to Guardiola. They have a recap of the final day. They have an award. Like, Bruno is the player of the season. They have a section for him. Their match highlights for any of the games that you want to watch. And then fun stuff at the bottom Of course, you can go here to see all the statistics. Of course, NPFL, they don't keep stats, so you cannot expect to see the statistics. I wonder again how much it costs to get like a statistics partner that would actually help to just give us basic statistics. But look, Premier League is too far. Premier League is very, very advanced. If you want to even be learning from anybody, let's go and first learn from Morocco's league and all these
South
other
Africa.
people. But again, all these things just take intentionality. It just takes South Africa, exactly. It just takes intentionality. Hire somebody to maintain your website. Hire somebody to upload all the content. Keep everything fresh. Keep it up to date. If you don't want to employ people, then just contract it to one company. Now that company is responsible for their team doing all of the work. And it will not cost you more than maybe 10 million. If you come and meet me, I'm just thinking about it. Maybe 10 million for a whole season. It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme.
Premier League website and Nigeria, they are twins. Twins showing news of December 31.
Birds of a feather. Ghana have released their squad for the World Cup. So we're not. Yeah. Our league might be twins, but they're taking 5 goalkeepers to the World Cup.
No, it's just 20 players.
About 2 for training.
They will drop through.
Just for training.
Mm-hmm.
This Ghana squad, the more than go chop beating job. I'm looking at their squad. England will beat them. Yeah. England, Croatia, and Panama. Maybe they will beat Panama, but they will lose to England and Croatia. But I mean, their usuals, the main suspects are there, Alexander Jiku, Thomas Partey, Abdul Fattah, Sulemana, Semenyo, no Kudus. Kudus is still injured, unfortunate. No Kudus, but Inaki Williams, Jordan Ayew, Asare. Yeah, we'll be seeing what's going on with Ghana. I know you talk about Ghana. Okay, let's move on. It's been like the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Unity Cup.
Yeah.
We are facing Zimbabwe in our first game. That game is tomorrow, the 26th of May. It's the semi-final of the Unity Cup. Of course, Super Eagles are defending their title, their Unity Cup title. The game is played at the Valley Stadium in London, the home of Charlton Athletic. On paper, Super Eagles ranked 26th in the world, 3rd in Africa, only behind Senegal and Morocco in the continent. Zimbabwe are ranked 130th in the world. They are 36th in Africa. Their highest ranking ever was 39th in 1994, but they've fallen down over the years. Recent form, Zimbabwe, they have 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in their last 5 matches. Nigeria, we have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in our last 5 matches. Of course, that's me counting, let me see, the AFCON as well as the friendlies against Iran and Jordan. But yeah, Smilai, how are you feeling going into this match? Are you excited for this match? What are we expecting from the Super Eagles ahead of this?
I'm excited for when there's World Cup FIFA and we're playing Unity Cup. See, IoT, there's so many things surrounding the game football that we can't be happy about. So I'm not happy. I bought a ticket. I will not be going tomorrow. And
you're not going?
I'm not going to go. I'm going to go tomorrow because on Wednesday I have to be somewhere. If you have to be brave for something and you want to go and be watching Guso on this thing. So I have a very urgent and a very important engagement on Wednesday. I have to be in that place around 9 a.m. So there's no way. I don't want to risk it, to get up on the train around 5 a.m. Maybe probably I slept off, I missed the train there. It's going to be a big problem. So I bought the ticket. So if you are here that you want to go to the game and looking for tickets, I have a free ticket to give you. And you'll say it here. You have to show me that you want to go. Then you tell me, I will send the ticket to you. So I'm not be going. And there's nothing to get excited about.
You're not excited to see Femi Aziz, Arthur Okonkwo, Owen Oseni, some of the new players that have been called up, or the NPFL boys?
It's like you look at it. It's not. I like Oseni. I like all of them, but it's just that the fact that we did not qualify for the World Cup. So what's the point? What's the point of just being excited? It's just as if you failed promotion exam. So others are moving to a different class. you are there. So that thing will affect you first, before you settle to the reality. Or here's the now finished World Cup. Eric signed a contract. I will be happy. But for me, I'm not excited about it. You can see that there's no vibes around it. Everybody's just doing the way they like. It's like a trial camp for people. Some players are in camp, they're not invited, as usual in Naija way. It's just bad. It's just bad.
All right. But yeah, looking forward to the game just because I like watching Nigeria. Do you think that there's anybody that we can see that can potentially break into the side for the future? A lot of people have been referencing the Benjamin Frederick of last year. Oh, look at Benjamin Frederick. We saw him. He broke into the team. Do you think that that's possible for any of the players this season?
I think Chibuike, Nwaiwu, is a player we can probably watch out for. I think this is now or never, for him. And I'm happy that despite winning the Turkish league, I think it's now in camp. Chibuike Nwaiwu is now in camp. So, I expect him to now think that he wants to get a regular play time. If you see when Eric mentioned the defenders that you have to be better than them for you to be in this camp, for you to be called up on a regular basis. He mentioned Ajayi, he mentioned Karviná, he mentioned Igor Ogu, and he mentioned Emmanuel Fernandez. So that means that Chibuike Nwaiwu needs to be better than those players for him to get invited to camp. So it's time for him. It's now or never for him to actually try and see exactly if he can actually get a regular call up. For me, I think he's just to defend better.
Where can I even see the press conference that Rick shot? Because I haven't seen it.
It's on Austin's page.
Okay, Austin Okonakwan. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah. Okay. So this game, of course, we saw the news that FIFA have approved this as A friendly. So these are going to count as usual towards the FIFA rankings, for the points. Do you think that it is now important that Nigeria wins, considering the fact that, of course, we're not going to be playing at the World Cup? So a game like this, if we lose, would only hurt our standings at the world on the world rankings. And if we win, it's only going to be a little bit of a boost, but at least it can give us some standing, considering that we're not going to gain any points throughout the World Cup when other teams will be gaining. Are these games must win for Nigeria, starting with Zimbabwe tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's a time. What's those that we're ahead of? I think we're 26 in the world now. Those that were ahead of, they go play games maybe probably during the World Cup, so they will get more points to be ahead of us. So in my opinion, I think we're starting to take it serious. So I would call the full team, IoT, to play this friendly game. They're gonna be with Tawanda Chirenwa, with Nessie is in camp, Garanga is in camp. You have a lot of players that played against Nigeria in in Uyo. Then that's gonna be in camp. So they're not taking it serious. They're not taking it lightly. Against Nigeria. So it's gonna be another baptism of fire test. It's okay for me. I think it's gonna be even be more difficult than the final game if we qualify for the final. So I think we should take it very serious. Aisha wants to win, wants to retain, but he said that his priority is not about winning; it's about giving players opportunity to play. So for me, I'm also expecting for me as this, and Philip Otele to be starting up front and I know that alongside Terry Murphy tomorrow.
Arthur Okonkwo or Francis Uzoho, who would you have in goal?
I think Uzoho will start the game just because of the nerves, but I think Okonkwo might probably come on later.
Which NPFL players do you see getting a start?
I think I don't think anybody will get a start. I think a player that might probably get an order. I think Oputa Chiwendi or so. Oputa, I think it's a very mobile, right back from Enugu Rangers. I think it might probably, because I don't see any right back in that team. Because Bruno Imechi is there as a left back. Obina Nwoke, from Rangers is also a left back. So for me, I think probably the Oputa guy might probably really want to start as a right back if Chibuike Nwaiwu did not start.
Yeah, you think they might start Nwaiwu as a right back still?
Yeah, they might start Nwaiwu as a right back.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I think this is also an opportunity for Terry Murphy to show us that he still got it and he can still. To show that he can still compete at this level. Murphy is a player that has the quality, he has the ability, he has the technical, skill. He has just not been able to stay consistent. Injuries haven't helped at all. So I think that this is a chance for him to show Nigerians that he has quality, that he can compete, especially with new people like Oseni popping out of nowhere and getting called up to even the June friendlies. If I were Murphy, like I would feel like somebody stabbed me a little bit, if I'm behind a player like that in the pecking order. So I think that the Unity Cup is an opportunity for him to express himself and show that he has he has that quality. Because for me, I still think that Murphy is a very good football player. Of course, we know that talent is only maybe 40% of it when it comes to football. And of course, at the highest level, everybody is talented. It's the other things that come together to make a complete football player. So it's been interesting to see that one. I'm also looking forward to seeing potentially an Ebenezer Akintomiro in the Super Eagles and see if he can even hold his own in a game like that. Femi Aziz, I've mentioned before. I'm excited for Femi Aziz. I think he's a very dynamic winger, strong on the left foot, can also use his right, can cross the ball well, can cut in and shoot. And I think that he's one that can pose a threat for like a Samuel Chukwueze in the future. Again, we just have to consider the fact that Eric Shell's system is quite different and his wingers are not out and out wingers. But other than that, I think Femi Aziz is a brilliant talent and is somebody that Nigerians will definitely enjoy watching. And yeah, overall, I think this is a game that the Super Eagles should go in with confidence, even though it is not the first team of the Super Eagles per se. Even though a lot of these players is mix and match and they'll be coming together for the first time, playing with each other, for the first time as a team, even though some of the players might be familiar with each other or have been in the Super Eagles camp in the time. I think that it's going to be a very interesting situation. But nevertheless, they should have more than enough quality to see off the threat of a Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have a strong or as strong as their team gets with the likes of Marvelous Nakamba, and Prince Dube and the likes in their team. It'll be fairly competitive. I don't know how much Zimbabwe would come out. Maybe they'll be respectful of Nigeria's quality and try to soak up the pressure. But I'm hoping that for the fans that make it to London to watch the game, I'm hoping that it's still a good enough affair. A few goals here and there. At the end of the day, it's a friendly match, so I don't want it to be too cagey, or boring. And if Nigeria does their job right, I think that this can be a 3-1 victory for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But yeah, Smilai, what do you think of prediction for the score?
Yeah. For me, I think I'd rather be a 2-1 victory for Nigeria. I don't think Uzor will keep a clean sheet. I don't think so. I think it might rather be a 2-1 victory for Nigeria. And I want to say something too. The final game is around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday.
On the day of the Champions League.
Champions League final. So they need to plan those things because, they will not see people in the cinema.
Yeah. Yeah. Because so people are going to want to watch the Champions League final.
Yeah, people want to watch it at the comfort of their home. And if they want to play it in the stadium, that means that nobody will be watching what is going on. So they have to play that game around 5 p.m.
Even me as a player, I will even be upset that I have to miss the Champions League.
Yes. So I think they have to plan that very well because I had to plan and go and watch the game before, but I was like, on Saturday, I want it's better for me to go and watch, but I'm going to miss the Championship final again.
Yeah.
I want to see good football at least.
The scheduling of the games is very, very off.
Yeah.
Somebody said Ayoti's favorite. You believed and hyped Murphy as our best striker since Osimhen was in Napoli, but he still hasn't shown up. Maybe he would when he's retired. So I know you're trying to be funny there, but I think comprehension is very, very important so that you don't misquote me outside. I never said Murphy is our best striker. I said Murphy is the best pure finisher that we have. Murphy has never been better than Victor Osimhen when Osimhen was at Napoli. So I couldn't have said Murphy is our best striker. I said he's the best pure finisher that we have. And the evidence is there to back the quality. Go and look at a lot of the goals that Murphy has scored in his career. From nice chips to nice 1v1 finishes to rounding goalkeepers to bicycle kicks. Murphy has a catalogue of incredible goals. You can go and check it. He has a catalogue of beautiful goals that he scored. So his finishing ability is not in question. But again, like I said a few minutes ago, talent is only about 40% of what it means to be a top player at this level. Everybody at this level has talent. So talent is only 40% of what it takes. It's like Victor Boniface. We cannot doubt the fact that Boniface has talent. But does it mean that we'll say Boniface is one of our best players now? No, he's not. He's not playing. He's not performing. So me saying Murphy is one of our best was our best finisher. It's not the same as saying he's our best striker. It's the same way I will say Boniface is one of our most technical players, but he's not one of our best players. So don't misquote me outside. I did not say Murphy is our best striker. Osimhen is by far our best striker. But I still think that Murphy's natural finishing ability is higher, is greater. It's just that with injuries, with club form, everything, it has just not worked out for Terry Murphy, which happens. Like at the end of the day, it happens.
Sorry, I just always ask me to. I just ask me to tell you that. Can you check Tanzania Premier League website?
Like their websites.
Yes.
What's the Tanzania Premier League websites?
I don't even know what. I think just if you are those company with the NFF, so that we see exactly. Maybe probably.
Okay, maybe that's a country that's on our level.
Yeah.
Let me check. Okay, I think I'm not sure if this is the official website, but I've seen this website, Tanzania Premier League, I believe. So I mean, on their website, I guess they have their latest news, the next match in both the Premier League and the Championship League coming up here, other fixtures from the league on the homepage, results from the league as well, the league standing for both. Okay, yeah, this is their Young African Simba, both the first league and the second league. Highlights from the latest derby. They also have different tabs, so I can go to the Premier League and see this season fixtures table. I can see what the Champions League, first league statistics. So you'll see here they have these are their top goal scorers in the Premier League. We also have the top assists in the Premier League, top clean sheets in the Premier League. So at least it's not as detailed as Premier League, but they actually have some statistics that we can see here.
There's media accreditation there.
What is it? Yeah, there's even a link for application for media accreditation for the TFF. So it is already more detailed than our own. Already clearly more detailed than our own. Then their news tab where you can see all the latest news. This is already far more detailed than our own. Even though, yes, their user interface can be a lot nicer and can be a lot cleaner. I will say that this is a very ugly website, in all honesty. But ugly, but has relevant information. Our own is ugly and has no information. So they are still a step ahead of us. At least it has the information that you need. Everything that you need is there. The statistics, the table, the fixtures, the results, latest highlights, the news. You can apply for accreditation. It's all there. So yeah, still it's not a great website, but it's still better than what the NPFL has to offer. Thank you, Adeotun, for bringing this one to our attention. Still better than the NPFL, even though it is ugly. Okay, we're coming to the point where you guys may now have a chance to call into the show. I'm going to post the link now. If anybody wants to share their thoughts, make sure that we can see you, we can hear you properly, and you'll be able to share your thoughts on any of the topics that we have discussed today. Thank you very much for you guys' audience so far. I can see that so many people have still not hit the like button on the video. I don't know what you guys are waiting for, man. If you haven't liked the video, yeah, do so now. Click the like button, guys. Before we bring callers on, click the like button if you are yet to do so. We have so many people that are watching and only 30x. Please, guys, hit the like button. Do me that favor. Hit the like button right now. I know it's easy to forget, so I don't hold it against you. But now that I've reminded you, take a moment to hit the like button on the video. If you are new, make sure that you subscribe. It's been like Eric Shaw.
Yeah.
I believe Eric Shaw has about 6 months left on his contract.
Yeah.
And no official updates on a renewal. We're not sure what's going on. How do you feel about that, Eric Shaw? Is this something that the NPFL or the NFF and the NSC should they already have tied up his contract situation? Because again, everybody in our different walks of life, one of the things that makes an employee to perform at a higher level is job security. When you know that you have job security, you are motivated to keep working. If you know that AI can take your job in 1 or 2 years, you are not as motivated to work because no matter what you do, they can still replace you with Claude or with ChatGPT. So
Uh-huh.
Eric Shell's congratulations. Like, what's the latest news in the air? How do we feel that we're letting it run with only 6 months to go?
If you look at just watch the interview he did today, and you can know that he's not comfortable with the situation. He mentioned that there's going to be qualifiers in September. Said, if course I'm going to be the coach.
Mm.
It's going to be a game in next year. Say, if course I'm going to be the coach. It's like he's not as motivated as it. And when Austin asked him that about, thank God that you are staying with us, he said, is that what you want to ask? Like he's not motivated, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of things that was going wrong. See, Ayaosi, the only thing that Ibrahim Shehu Guso got, I don't know if Ibrahim Shehu Guso got right during his time. He didn't get it right too, but at least it happened under him. Is the appointment of Eric Shehu. If we allow Eric Shehu to leave now, Ayaosi, we're not going to the next World Cup. We are already treading what that's wrong foot again because I don't know what they are waiting for. IoT, we should be planning now on how to qualify for the next World Cup. There should be things in place, and I know what they will do. I know that Eric Shehu demanded for that amount of money. Is it 120,000? I don't know.
Yeah, for him and his staff.
And his staff. For them, it's too much. Because they will still want to add on to it, but it's very hard for them to add to it now because it's too much. What they will say is that Eric Shehu, we gave him the opportunity to coach Nigeria. He made name with Nigeria. Now he want to leave us. That's go be narrative IoT. Because Ibrahim Guso said it before that if not because of Nigeria, Eric Shehu, it should be happy too that he coached Nigeria. That's what Eric Guso said. So if they want to push him, they will say that he's too, and they will pay journalists. So all those two journalists to go and project that negative image outside. They will pay them 100,000 naira so that they can project. They know them very well now. One is a board member of the 3 years. I don't know. They will give them to go and project those negative image. One is a photojournalist. They are all there. They will give them that thing to go and project negative image that he came third. No, that narrative said he came third. Pasero came first. Cabello came second. But IoT, we will not hear when Pasero came second, said he was playing negative football, he should go.
The same people
now,
who are the ones.
They are now referencing that Pasero did better than him. This one is playing good football, but he finished third. I don't know how we can please these people. And it's because of selfish interest. If we allow him to go now, there's no plan. They will ask Ogundede and Ileshuku with Eguavon to take over this team. And if Nigeria perform badly during the next AFCON, they will now start running from pillar to post to go and see who they can employ.
What if they have a plan to hire Pep Guardiola now that he's a free agent?
These people when last they pay Eric Shehu salary? When last they pay Eric Shehu salary? When last did they pay him salary? Somebody that they pay, they said that they have transferred money to him. He didn't see a lot, he didn't see anything. I'm just saying this on one side though, so you cannot trust these guys to do the right thing. I'm just saying that the only thing that he got right was to employ Eric Shehu. If he now allow Eric Shehu to leave now, that is all. Finish. And I can see the signal from the Unity Cup is not looking good. He's not happy. It's not happy because we don't plan. IoT, we don't plan. And if this thing just slides, these people now we always say, he's too rude. He's want to play. He's too much. That's what they come and say outside. That he's too rude. We gave him opportunity to coach Nigeria, and he'll now be showing waterman. He was pouring water on his head in Mali. Mali betrayed him. Nigeria included him. He's now behaving anyhow. That is the narrative they will push out. The NFF and their foot soldiers in the media. That's it.
So, are you optimistic that Eric Shell is going to stay, or do you think?
See, I can never be optimistic with Ibrahim Gusso led NFF. Never. A NFF that could not pay 1,000 naira protest fee. You expect them to get job done?
Not 1,000 naira.
Sorry, $1,000 protest fee. What you call it? You expect them to get the job done? These people are your team. These guys, you can never vouch for them. Never. Confidence where? Now they are keeping one appointment under the table now. They have appointed Nathan Bosso to be the coach of under 23. Why can't they go and announce it? See, I can never be confident with it. These boys don't know, these guys don't know what they are doing. You can see Ibrahim Gusso, August visitor. They will set camera in front of him. They will edit before they push the interview out. He doesn't talk. If he's talking, he doesn't talk. He will say so many things without saying nothing. So, he doesn't talk. IoT, go and interview Ibrahim Gusso. He cannot do a live interview. He can't do all those things. They are confident with these people will deliver. Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup back to back.
But isn't it Shehu Diko and his team that are actually responsible for the hiring and renewal of?
But is the person responsible that they are paying his salary, which is the his external body paying his salary. I know that he did not employ Eric Shell. Eric Shell did not, but Eric Shell is working as a Super Eagles coach, so it's under Gusso.
No, I understand.
It's under Gusso, so I know that they are paying, because if you leave it to this man, Gusso, he did not have any coach to employ. He was running extra skater, if not because of the presidency and this, they got Eric Shell. He was still running extra skater from pillar to post. He didn't know who to employ. He cannot get job done at your team. Even Wafu is complaining about him. Cannot get job done.
And speaking of Ibrahim Gusso and his interviews, I saw the video that they posted on the NFF official page. First of all, I want to say that video was poorly edited. But still, in terms of the things that he was saying, the one thing that even just annoyed me was that when he was talking about the Super Falcons, he said, the Super Falcons, that they did not have a friendly because nobody wants to play them. Teams in Africa are scared of playing against them. They don't see the point in going to, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but essentially, they don't see the point in going to play against European teams because they are preparing for AFCON or WAFCON, where they are going to play against other African nations. That, thank God that Senegal finally agreed and accepted to play so that they will have a friendly this next international break. And in the same video, you are talking about the Super Eagles, and you're talking about the Super Eagles are going to play the Unity Cup. Is a good opportunity, exposure. You also got two high grade A friendlies for them against Poland and against Portugal. And I'm like, how did you people watch this video and not hear the contradiction? You're telling me that because the Super Falcons are preparing for the WAFCON, you don't see the point in playing against European teams. So you rather that they just don't play any match at all, is what you're telling me essentially. But for the Super Eagles, they are preparing for AFCON qualifiers. But you went to go and get their match against Zimbabwe, Jamaica, or India. Only one of them is an African nation. The other two are from other continents. Then you got them 2 games against European teams in Poland and Portugal. And you're telling me that that's to prepare for AFCON qualifiers. But for Super Falcons, there is no point in playing European teams. For me, I just saw them. I'm just like, what kind of crap is this? What kind of rubbish is this? How can you actually say this as reasoning? Just say, I failed at my job. I was not proactive. I was not intentional. And I failed the girls by not giving them matches. Don't come and be giving us the bull crap of, people don't want to play against us because they are scared. If they get beaten heavily, it will dampen their morale. Then ultimately, if we are too big for Africa, the next stage is to go outside Africa. And no matter what you tell me, whether we are preparing for Inter-Nigeria Cup or we're preparing for African Cup, it is better for them to have matches to play than for them to not play any match. And you come and tell me it's because people are scared. You have to be proactive. You have to plan in advance. If African teams don't want to play, then give them international teams from other confederations. When I heard it, it made no sense, especially considering the fact that the Super Eagles are playing against European and Asian and North American competition. Then somebody in the comments now came and now just started telling me nonsense that the Super Eagles one is a coincidence. And I'm like, what do you mean is a coincidence? Did they not know the schedule before they agreed to the friendlies? Even if they're not the ones that went to seek out the Unity Cup, they're not the ones that went to seek out the Poland and Portugal games. They knew the schedule. Why did they not tell Poland? Why did they not tell Portugal that, oh no, sorry, we cannot play against you because we're preparing for AFCON qualifiers. So we want to go and schedule matches against African nations. If they know that to prepare for Africa, you have to play against Africa. Why didn't they say that to Poland and Portugal? But somebody's telling me it's coincidence. Super
Ayaosi, Ibrahim Gusso doesn't know what. See, that's why sometimes I don't know why people see. Nigeria played. Why Nigeria? Did we play against Portugal women to prepare for AFCON?
Mm-hmm.
Then what is down the rubbish that you're saying? We played Portugal 0-0 to prepare for the last AFCON. Then what is now talking about? Portugal women. You remember now? I will play 0-0.
I remember.
And yes, to prepare for the last AFCON. What is now talking about? See, that is why the level of leadership is at the lowest. It's talking as if no complete. The same video, why can't you just cut it off? Cut Super Eagle off. Just put that jam talk when don't talk about CAF award and just put it there.
I saw it, I was so upset. But please, like Olive is saying here, guys, like the video. If you are watching, like the video. Help us grow the channel. Like the video. Send super chat as well. I see Charles has sent the super chats. When he's ready to insult Ibrahim Gusso, he's ready to send super chat. He's ready. He was just interviewing himself. Oh God, Charles, keep your language a little bit. But yes, I understand the frustrations. Abuba says they're running out of excuses now. They just talk without thinking. It's crazy. It's crazy. When I saw that video, I was just like, from the editing to the things that he was saying, just terrible all around. And the excuses that they make for failure, it's a shame because again, people reference Italy failed to qualify for the World Cup. People stepped down. People left their positions. AC Milan failed to qualify for the Champions League. We've seen they've sacked everybody from their CEO to their coach to everybody that is in a leadership position. They're bringing a whole fresh new team. But Nigeria failed to qualify, failed to win AFCON, failed to do everything. But it's the same people that keep leading us over and over and over again. When does anybody on the NFF leadership actually leave their position? Like, has a board member stepped down or left their role in the past God knows how many years? NFF president, this one is about to contest for election and is probably going to win to be re-elected. Based on what? Based on what achievement? Based on what success? Nobody can tell us. How is our football actually going to move forward when we keep recycling and using the same people? No offense, no disrespect to General Secretary, but this General Secretary, I'm not sure when he entered the position. He has been there for a long time now. He's going to continue to be there. Is he just the only one that knows how to do General Secretary work in the whole of Nigeria, that he must be there regardless of whether the administration is failing or not? Like all these things, the board members, they are just there over and over again. Austin Eguavon, our technical director, the technical directorship of the NFF is clearly not going in the right direction. All respect to Eguavon, he's a legend. But at what point do you say somebody else needs to come and give us a new direction because the director is not taking us in the right direction? It's like the same pattern. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're expecting a different result. That is the definition of a class A nincompoop, and not there, a fool, whatever word you want to use, a buffoon. So what is happening in our football right now cannot surprise us, considering the fact of how our football is run and how our football is being administered. We just have to pray that our players can overcome the odds. Super Falcons, we pray that they overcome the odds and they can win the next WAFCON. I pray. See, God should just not embarrass us to the point that we don't qualify for the next Women's World Cup, because that would be a big disappointment and a shame. But realistically, if not that, African women's football has just not reached the level that we are at. Based on what we are doing, we are not supposed to stay one of the top 4 teams in Africa. Based on what we are doing, it's just because the rest of African football has still just not caught up, and we are just blessed with talent and with population. That's the reason why we're just blessed with so much talent, and everybody has not caught up yet. But the way things are going, in another 4 years now.
Anytime you call Guso, you don't draw just tail. Small, you don't draw. You don't.
Charles left another comment. He said, "Please try your best on one of these days to come out and call these people, describe how massive their failure is in all of the national teams. Please talk about how the under 17 fails to qualify."
Under 17, is now becoming the thing of the past.
Now we didn't want to
we are still the record in the world.
Yes,
now we are failing to qualify. And with due respect to him, the NSC secretary, I don't know what's called the former commissioner of sport in Ogun State. It came and said that no, Guso is doing well. Look at the WAFCON. Look at the under 17 women qualifying for every tournament. Ayaosi, when has the under 17 women failed to qualify? When has the under 20 women failed to qualify? Amaju Pinnick, as worse as Amaju Pinnick is, he won the WAFCON in Ghana, didn't he? He did. Even Ibrahim Galadima won the WAFCON then. So winning the WAFCON is not new. We measure you based on what you do with the men's national team, because there's more intense competition there.
Yeah. See, let me reply to these comments that Charles made. See, Charles, I understand how you want me to come and talk. But again, sometimes people forget that the talk where I don't talk about this NFF since the days of Amaju Pinnick. I've talk, not a full basket, last. My mouth is tired of talking about, like, I'll tell you the honest truth. I've lost my energy to talk about the NFF, and because if people that have been following English Tracker from the beginning, I've talked about them so much and their incompetency and everything negative, to the point where they blacklisted me, they've banned me, they've not given. I remember when I remember there's time I was trying to get accreditation for one of my staff to go and cover Super Eagles. They did not give the person accreditation. Like, they've told players that the player should go and warn me because I'm talking too much. Like, they've people from NFF have threatened physical violence against me. Like, it has reached all levels.
Who is the NFF?
I don't want to mention.
No, say it. That's what going to bombard this day.
I don't want to mention him. Like, literally, he told one of the players that they should warn me that they will get boys and everything. So it's like everything I've experienced with this NFF, to the point that I've just been tired. I've been tired. Yeah, my namesake, he used to fight me online all the time too, because I used to call out the NFF and everything that they are doing wrong. So it's like I've reached the point where I'm tired. That's why when I saw this content creator that was doing all his NFF, this and everything for that time, him too, he has gotten tired. He has moved on to the content.
He's doing. Is it the same as kicker?
He has moved on to the content that pays him, because that's the thing. Like, you talk, and realize that no matter how many people are seeing it, your words, like, you are just not in a position to make any effective change, and nothing is going to change. And I mean, kudos to people that are doing protests and are complaining and are talking about these things, but I'm tired. I will still talk about it every once in a while, but I don't carry it on my head like I used to carry it on my head before. If you've been there, I used to carry things on my head before, but now I'm like, I won't lie to you.
Someone asked me that, why are you tired? So you don't answer now. So that's
I'm focusing on the thing that benefits me, because talking about the NFF does not benefit me in any way. And people do not care as much as they claim to care. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I'm just spending my energy, spending my time, everything, getting in offending people, getting on their bad side, everything. Last. What do I benefit from? It's nothing, because Nigerian football still no change. Some of the people that are fighting for go even still, because some of these players will still be saying, we are always complaining too much. You don't have anything good to say. It's just terrible system all around. I've just decided to move on and focus on the content that pays me, the content that that allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. But Charles, I see your passion. I understand where you're coming from. I completely get you. My energy towards them is just not, the same way. Maybe I'm almost 30, so maybe it's because I'm getting older now. But yeah, I understand you. Charles.
Yeah.
As the Charles said, IoT, he said, no, Ayo, please do a series on them. And see, here's the thing here. Let's say I do a series, 4-video series. All those videos no go past 500 views. I will sit down, do research, gather information, gather documents, gather everything. 500 people will watch the video. That's the end. So the effort does not even match the payoff. But if I just do one video, talk about Osimhen now, boom, people don't gotta watch.
Because the hype boys will watch it now. So
it's like sometimes I don't like, you just focus on the one that is benefiting you, man, and you're seeing return on your energy and your
even the person that they called out, the journalist that they called out during the Chibuike's protest, is back to his normal life now. Talk to you about his personal life. So it's everything is, people are just tired,
They say, sorry, Smila, you're making me go into someone's personal business. But I mean, it's one opinion on social media. I found it so funny, like they called you out for allegedly scamming people and everything. Then you come and tell us that you cheated on your wife and you had a baby with somebody else and your marriage has ended. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how does all of this relate to the scam that is saying you scam? Like, why do we care if you cheated on your wife? Like, to be honest, like, why is that our business? Now your wife has left you. Are we supposed to feel bad for, like, and look, sometimes people, feminism,
but you trended now on your team.
I understand. I mean, because people like gist and people like, when, there's never been a positive to putting your personal business on social media, but people still do it because you get views and people talk about you for a day or two. But I've never understood it. Like, and I saw the reaction on social media, and that's why sometimes I feel bad for women. Sometimes when people react to the Super Falcon self, you understand that Nigeria, we are just not a country that really respects women like that. Because somebody came out and admitted that he slept with another woman while married, also admitted that he got that woman pregnant and she gave birth to a child, and then his wife of 3 that gave him 3 children decided to leave the marriage. And people are saying, now man, you be, at least you can take accountability, you can own up, now man, you be, we're proud of you for not lying. But I said, what are we, like, where are we in terms of, and we claim to be some religious, moral country?
The level of brain is going down every day.
I say, honestly, so there's nothing that is beyond. And that guy moved on with his life. He will still cover another match. He will post online. But for me, I don't see the benefit of posting your personal business. Like, if I cheated on 3 of my wives, I cannot come on Twitter and be telling people that, guys, I cheated on my wife. She left me. I don't want picking, but look, social media, man, nothing we not see on social media. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the wife, the new baby mama, to the new children.
Shout out to what?
Shout out to all of them now. The children the innocent children did not do anything, so shout out to the children as well. But Nigerians are very interesting people. Because when I saw the comments, I was just like, wow.
I don't go on Twitter.
See,
because the level of insanity on Twitter is second to none.
I saw one comment when he wrote, because he wrote a long post and he put that thing. I saw one comment. Somebody said, wow, you are really a great writer because I was almost on your side. And if you see the way he wrote that story, it's like, even you as you're reading it, you're like, wow, like, you're almost thinking that this guy, until you just think about it, but he's the one that cheated. He's the one that had another baby outside the marriage. But I was supposed to feel bad for you because your wife left. And that's the thing for me. Again, I normally will not talk about somebody's personal life, but you put it on in public space for everybody to discuss and for everybody to see. For me, if you
it went to the lockdown.
Yeah, if you are able to do the crime, you have to be able to do the time. Now isn't it talk? So if you're able to, yourself, we're all grown men here, at least other than Diola that is 18. We're all old old people on this thing. If you can carry your body to go and have sex, that's already the first part. If you can carry your body to have the sex and you decided not to cover up, that's the second part. Then a whole 9 months pass, baby is born. You have to deal with whatever consequences come out of it. That's the reality. So for me, I don't see the point of trying to get pity from random strangers on social media. Strangers on social media will not help you to get your family back. They will talk about it. They will use it to gist. Instablog will post it. They will use it for content. Ego Tracker will use it for content of the Naija FC podcast. And life goes on.
But IoT, talking about starting on the side now. Do you think that it's because of the currency of social media? That's the reason why everybody wants to trade. Everybody wants to. Because I watched one video that a woman was claiming that she got one disease, and he said that he even said the stage of the disease that like. People just want to trend. Do you think that because social media?
That's the thing. At the end of the day, social media is about views, about likes, it's about the engagement. Elon Musk maybe for that whole engagement maybe paid him $100. And we know that he needs the money. So all these things, like, social media is about the engagement. At the end of the day, he's a father of 4 now, so he needs the money, especially in even more. So I mean, all the best to everybody, man. I wish him all the best.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What the child said, not that raw word. Which raw? Very good. Okay, let's move on, man. Okay, we have one person that's waiting to speak. Thank you for your patience. I think maybe that's the only caller we would have for this evening. Okay. And then we'll wrap up. We're already well into 2 hours of this program. Thank you to everyone that has stayed with us, engaged with us. I appreciate you guys. Okay. Mr. Zizo B, welcome.
Zizo.
Unmute yourself and speak, Mr. Zizo. Unmute yourself and speak.
I can hear you.
So this is how you know that Zizo is a 30+ man, because this technology is whooping his behind. Okay, Zizo, we'll give you 1 minute. Just come back, fix your connection and come back. Uche said, what happened every time? Volume problem, Zizo. Uche said, what happened to those guys that hitched up their money for trials in Europe? Only God knows what happened to them. Is it not Nigeria social media? People will move on and move on to something else. I don't know if those guys have gotten their money. I don't know if they ever get their money. I mean, he said he did not cheat them. So what can I say? I was not there. Zizo, we're waiting for you to come back and share your thoughts so that we can wrap up for this evening. Thank you to all you guys, man. I appreciate you. Mr. Zizo B, Andrew there.
Zizo, why is Zizo
always one connection or the other issue? This one now was just to unmute himself, or the whole thing just cut on top of mute.
I don't know the reason why his internet is always like that.
By the way, guys, if you still have not watched my interview with Peter Agba, please go and check it out. We're still trying to push the numbers up on that one. Check out my interview with Peter Agba, the Maccabi Haifa midfielder. Almost about 7K views right now, but we know it can be a lot better. So, guys, please check that out. It's on the Eagle Tracker page. Search for the Home of Nigerian Football Podcast. You'll see there. More interviews coming up soon. I have Olisanda lined up. I have who else do I have? I don't know about him again.
Ask him something.
I was, he had agreed to do it before, but then things started going sideways, so it kind of just
sideways in what way?
I mean, in terms of this was before he moved to England, and then things not just work out. But I have a few people that their names are skipping and not coming to my head right now. that have agreed. I know
Who else is number two? She should come out.
now that he has upgraded a bit, it would be nice to update Nwaiwu.
Uh-huh.
But I know I have Olisanda. I have who else do I have? Leon Balogun is still in the books. There's somebody else that I'm forgetting right now, but there are a few of them lined up. Okay, Zizo B, welcome back. Now we cannot see him at all. Okay, let's take Mr. Adidotun. Sorry, I need to get Zizo off the screen. Mr. Adidotun, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I just came on to say this. See, I wouldn't know why they had to delay the match of CONCACAF. I don't know why they had to delay, why they delayed it. I want to know that. And see, this guy has been helping even the NFF. He has been helping Nigeria. You know, the ladies have been camping. They've been playing at the stadium. I want to know if they do pay him or not. I want to know. You know, see, tomorrow, if this guy refused to allow any of our junior national team to use his facilities, I hope Nigerians will not come out and say it's unpatriotic. I hope they will not come out and say it's unpatriotic. You know, I wish them well. I hope they will come back stronger. You know, on the issue of Eric Shell, I advise the young man to just throw in the towel.
Huh.
What these people before they disgrace him. No, it's written on the wall. The handwriting is clear on the wall that they want to get rid of him. They are looking for a loophole to nail this guy. They're looking for a loophole to nail him. I think you should just do what Olise did and what Random did. Did. See, he is too good for these guys. He is too good for these guys. I saw the picture like posted today. I saw Guso and the man with white bears. That one just go everywhere. What's the business with football again? You don't know. See, when Amaju was the NFF president, for us to know that what these guys are doing, he was having an interview, I think, Allies or Channels. He was NFF president was put on Arsenal jersey. That was very wrong. That was wrong.
That's not a name.
That was wrong. You and I can wear anything we like. That was so very wrong of him. Meaning that even the journalists too, they don't ask vital questions. I expected one of those journalists that day to ask him, but somebody put on a snatch jersey. As of today, see, President Tinubu must not wear Ghanaian jersey because he's the president. Jonathan can wear any jersey. He's not as an ex-president. As I do, President Tinubu must not wear any other jersey apart from Nigerian jersey. That's that on that. Ayaosi, see, you are saying Tanzania, their interface of their own page is not even beautiful. Your own that is beautiful. What do you post there? Your NPFL that's beautiful. What do you post there? See, this is a country that is not up to Nigeria, but they are trying their best to do things right. And I can put it to you that all top NFF officials cannot mention 5 players in the league. The number one of them we mention is Ahmed Musa. Tell us to mention other players. They cannot. Because these guys don't care. They don't care to have any business with football. I hope they are making pressure for Falcons now. Because this man, to me, Guso and his coach, of course, they are not going to move our ball forward. Why this person is not saying anything? Look at what happened to us yesterday. that from Champions League we dropped to Europa League. Ezeh are already rolling in Milan. Ezeh are already rolling. We missed World Cup last time. Ahmad did not come out to say anything. Do you know what it means for Buhari? You know the bilateral relation between Nigeria and Qatar? We missed out to World Cup. He went to World Cup and was throwing having birthday party. No shame. So it happened to this one too. This one will say, when it happened to Amaju, did they say anything? Bro, for information, the way you are going to miss out of the 2030 World Cup, and if play is okay, you are going to miss out on the next AFCON.
I want 200.
Come tell the mommy. If the ticket is not taken, we are going to miss out on the next AFCON. Trust me. By then, we'll see that, in fact, we are sitting on a full load bomb. Not gunpowder now, bomb. No bomb. See, I've been saying it, even Morocco, politically, they don't get it right. But what people love is sport. They get it right. People are not complaining. See, let government just give us this football. Or sports, they give us that one. We don't care about whatever they do. At least we have something. Look, that's what I'm saying. At least we have something. I just pray and hope that these people will do it. That God, I just pray, now as the Nigerian, we are praying to God to please intervene, because the president cannot intervene. And congrats to those that won the league, and congrats to those that got promoted. And those that Ayaosi, I don't know. Do you think you always, well, it's part of your job? I don't know, part of your job. But to me, I don't see any reason why I should be mentioning Gift Urban. We don't know if he's a Nigerian player or a Togolese player. We don't know. But I wish he's going to put down. I'm sure he's going to get a club. That guy, I think he's been blessed with. He's been blessed with getting a club. He's going to get a club. But what I'm going to say, those that are relegated, I wish them well. I hope they can bounce back their claws. But it's so sad for them, monsters. So sad. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Adedatun. And just to answer your question, you were talking about you are not sure what happened with Kun Khalifa's game. I got the answer to your question.
I got it.
So the pitch, where it was drenched, waterlogged, and they were using mattress foams to soak the water and drink.
Thank you for having me.
So yes, that's why the game was delayed, and that's why Kun Khalifa did not start. But that's so hilarious and so embarrassing. But that's where we are in the Nigeria Premier Football League, man, the number one league in Nigeria. We're using foam to fix our drenched pitches. What a league, man! What a season! The season is over. International football is coming up. Unity Cup game against Zimbabwe, and then of course the semi-final, the third place match or the final on Saturday, and then in June we have the two friendlies. We'll get into that in more detail when that one is coming up. Poland and Portugal. Osimhen versus Ronaldo. Iwobi versus Bruno Fernandes. Oyemechi versus Nuno Mendes. It's going to be a huge clash. The Super Eagles. Since I remember that time that we were arguing that you people said, "Oh, if Nigeria should play England, it will beat England. It will this or that." No, be England, but not Portugal. But let's see how we can do it. It's a friendly game. I know now, but we will still see. Portugal will not try their hardest because nobody wants to injure before World Cup. But at least we'll see if we can hang with them, if we can hang with the big boys. So we'll see how that one goes. I'm looking forward to that. But for now, it is the Unity Cup. So let's see how that goes. Mila, final word for you before we wrap up on today's episode.
Good show. I wish the boys the very best of luck tomorrow. I hope that the Clan would win tomorrow, and just give us something to smile about. Been a very negative stories. Say the boys could win tomorrow. Just give us something to smile about. So wish the boys the very best of luck.
Yes. And for me, I say congratulations to every Nigerian player that won a trophy this season. Enjoy it, celebrate, with your family, relax, recharge, and come back for a new season. And for the players that are representing the Super Eagles in the Unity Cup, this is your chance to show Nigerians what you have on offer. For the NPFL players, it is a chance to prove people like me that doubt your quality, prove that there is indeed quality in the local league. And for all the other newcomers, take your chance, seize your opportunity, and show that you deserve to wear the green or white of Nigeria. This has been another episode of the Naija FC Podcast on Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Until next time, farewell. My name is Ayaosi. My co-host is
Midlai. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next week, man. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.